Of course, too, it does take more effort to look ladylike, and that's why I think it's very easy for many people to choose the unladylike path. Looking overly casual, wearing sloppy clothing, and just not putting in effort is so common in our modern world, and it is easier. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Caitlin and I run the blog called Mrs. Midwest. Last week we talked about some practical tips for acting ladylike in your day-to-day life, and today I wanted to begin a two-part series about ladylike style. Now, I personally believe that ladylike fashion isn't for everyone. Dressing ladylike is a preference, just as dressing masculine, casual, sporty, bohemian, etc. Now, ladylike style is comprised of four elements: femininity, modesty, maturity, and forethought. We will be unpacking those and what they look like in our next video. But for today, keep those four elements in mind as we talk about the things that can make you look unladylike. To accompany my advice today, I will be adding in some photographs, so let's dive in. The first thing that can contribute to unladylike style is overly revealing clothing. As I said, ladylike style has a level of modesty to it. Overly sexual clothing can be very distracting and take away from a woman's message, conversation, and even her personality. A lady will not make her body the forefront of her visual message. Of course, a lady prioritizes looking as beautiful as she can, but that doesn't mean looking as sexy as possible. You can communicate beauty without also communicating sexiness. You would never see a royal wear it, and you would hope to never see your grandmother wear it. Ladylike style is something for all ages and all women in all walks of life. Overly revealing clothing can often distract others from their task and even your message. A lady knows her value and understands that the best way to communicate who she is and what she's all about isn't through revealing her body. The second element that might be contributing to unladylike style is overly childlike and immature clothing. Think of the graphic t-shirts, hoodies, sneakers, etc. that you've been holding on to since the 8th grade. Yes, these can often contribute to unladylike style. Now, I don't dress like a lady 24/7. I will pull out a graphic tee if I'm at a bonfire, hanging out with my family, or whatever. But if you're desiring to look ladylike in your day-to-day life, try to get rid of some of that overly childlike style. Outfits that look like you're not trying and there's no effort can often make you look a lot younger than you actually are, but not necessarily in a positive way. We all want to have youthful beauty, but many of us also want to be taken seriously. As you grow up in ladylike style, remember that these childlike patterns, colors, outfits, etc. can often take away from you being taken seriously as a mature adult. The next element that may be contributing to your unladylike style is any clothing that's inappropriate for the activity that you're going to be doing. Now, when we think of ladylike style, many of us might think of flouncy dresses like the one I'm wearing today. But the truth is that if I wore this to a family fun run, I would look unladylike. A lady always knows the right outfit for the activity she's going to be doing. You don't need to wear high heels 24/7 to be a lady. In fact, the opposite is true. You need to have discretion with every event you're going to make sure you have the perfect outfit and accessories for what you need to accomplish. High heels to a polo match or dirty sneakers to a gala might not be the most ladylike choice. Of course, we can't avoid style mistakes here and there, but if you know what kind of event you're attending, put some forethought to make sure your outfit will be proper for what you will have to be doing. We all know that the Duchess of Cambridge will put on sporty clothing when she has to attend sporty appearances. And I know most of us aren't royalty, but I don't think that means we can't take some tips from the royals. Think about the events you're going to in your life as if they were appearances. Choose footwear that makes sense for the terrain you'll be walking on, and always make sure you have the right accessories for the weather. A lady is prepared, and anything that looks out of place can make you look unladylike. All right, the fourth element that may be contributing to your unladylike style is anything that is overly casual. Now, as I spoke before, being ladylike doesn't mean wearing dresses all the time, just like it doesn't mean looking fancy all the time. But I do think a lady is well aware of the time and place to be casual. Unfortunately, I think this casual style has seeped into all areas of our lives. Air travel, trips to the grocery store, or even visiting a restaurant late at night are all occasions where many people will whip out their trusty sweatpants. Now, I know many of these things are very casual activities, but the truth is that a lady is most likely to be a little bit overdressed than extremely underdressed. When you wear overly casual clothing, you often present a more sloppy image of yourself than you would like. We all know what it's like to run into that one person at the grocery store when your hair's in a greasy bun and you're wearing dirty yoga pants. When that happens, you always feel out of place, insecure, and unconfident. How much better is it to walk through life always prepared for whatever may come your way and feeling good about your outfit? Now, this isn't a call for us to all wear business suits every step of the way, but it may be time to wear a little bit more done-up clothing when you go to work, drinks with friends, or even out to walk your dog. You never know who you may run into, and you never know what may come your way. The fifth element that may be contributing to your unladylike style is anything frumpy and unflattering. Now, although many people don't like the word flattering, I personally adore flattering clothing. I believe that it is one of the greatest gifts to womankind. It makes us look incredible, feel incredible, and in general, feel more confident. It could be unflattering colors, silhouettes, shapes, whatever. It's just clothing that does nothing for you. It's clothing that doesn't amplify your beauty. Anything overly frumpy, unflattering, is just doing you no favors and honestly needs to be pitched bye-bye out of your closet. Unflattering clothing will often take away from your beauty rather than add to it. Of course, ladies are very smart and even a little bit cunning, and we are always looking to put our best foot forward, even if it is in the beauty and style department. All right, my sixth area that might be making you look unladylike is anything threatening or unfriendly. Now, of course, as I said, not everyone is interested in looking ladylike, but for those that do, it's important to remember that having a friendly appearance is key to looking ladylike. This could be overly edgy or masculine pieces that take away from the femininity within your outfit. It could be clothing that communicates a sense of sadness even, or a lack of vitality with dark black colors 24/7 or frumpy shapes. Clothing that hides your beauty, clothing that hides your personality looks unfriendly because it prevents people from getting to know you. Our clothing is a way to communicate who we are, and when you wear spiky black, leather, metallic, etc. all the time, it communicates a very spiky message. Now, you don't need to wear frilly bright colors like yours truly, but there's a way to go about wearing dark or even masculine clothing in a way that will still look friendly. As I said, looking ladylike is about looking mature and feminine, and having a friendly appearance is key to communicating that ladylike confidence and genuine sweetness. The seventh area of unladylike style is anything that is dirty, broken, or stained. Now, we cannot avoid spilling some coffee on ourselves when we are out for the day, but if you choose clothing with stains on them or cat hair, pilled sweaters, etc., you are contributing to your unladylike look. It's important that we keep our outer clothing well groomed because, as I said, that communicates a level of forethought and it steps away from laziness. Overly sloppy, dirty, broken clothing looks very lazy, and as I said, a lady is not lazy. Now, you don't need to choose an overly ornate outfit to wear, but make sure there is not stains, cat hair, or broken seams, rips, tears, etc. If you want to look polished, you need to make sure your clothing is also polished. Finally, the last thing that may be contributing to your unladylike style is anything overly masculine. Now, of course, it's not wrong to wear masculine pieces, and I do think they can be added into an outfit in a ladylike way. However, wearing extremely masculine clothing will take away from the overall femininity of your outfit unless you counterbalance it with extremely feminine pieces. You can obviously see that when you wear masculine clothing, it disguises any form of femininity, and being being feminine is a key to being ladylike. A lady will embrace her femininity, including her body, her beauty, and that softer, nurturing side of herself. Masculine clothing, of course, covers this up and tends to present a little bit more of an androgynous look, which is not ladylike. So as you can see from this part 1 of our Ladylike Style series, ladylike clothing is clothing that takes a little more effort. It's a little more feminine and it's absolutely modest. Even if you have a ladylike outfit on, but it has another one of these elements, it will look unladylike. For example, you could have a very flattering sweater on that showed your femininity and felt very classy, but if it was covered in pills or even had a little hole, it wouldn't look as ladylike. So as you choose your outfit, don't just assume, oh, I'm wearing a flouncy dress, I look like a lady. Really think through the outfit. Think about where you're going. Is it friendly? Is it overly revealing or childlike or whatever? Of course, too, it does take more effort to look ladylike, and that's why I think it's very easy for many people to choose the unladylike path. Looking overly casual, wearing sloppy clothing, and just not putting in effort is so common in our modern world, and it is easier. Remember too that dressing ladylike doesn't mean you can never wear jeans again. As I said, it's not wrong to be casual, it's just unladylike to be overly casual towards the events you are attending. In part 2 of our series, I will be going through what ladylike style actually looks like. I will be showing you photos and breaking down how to choose pieces and an outfit that will help you look ladylike. As you go through your wardrobe, to look for those 8 areas. Make sure that your clothes aren't overly revealing or childlike. Make sure they're not overly casual for the event you're attending or that they're not inappropriate for the activity. Avoid pieces that are frumpy, unflattering, or threatening and masculine, and you will be so much closer to achieving ladylike style. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. This was part 1 of our 2-part series on ladylike style. I hope these tips were helpful to you, but in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're interested in more of this content, please check out my written blog. If you want to see what I get up to on a day-to-day basis, feel free to follow me on Instagram. And as always, my beautiful sisters, I hope you have a wonderfully blessed and feminine week.